Introduction. Genetics is the study of heredity and variation. Heredity is the transmission of characteristics from parents to offspring during reproduction. Variations are observable differences in organisms of the same species. For example, heights in Africa family, some may be short, others tall. In this topic, we shall learn about continuous and discontinuous variation. The first law of inheritance and describe Mandel's work, sex determination and linkage mutations and application of genetics, concepts of genetics, variations within plant and animal species. There are two types of variation, discontinuous variation and continuous variation, discontinuous variation. This is the possession of observable differences where individuals form definite distinct groups without intermediate forms. For example, an individual is either male or female tongue rolling hair in the nose or ears and fingerprints. Discontinuous variation is controlled by one or two major genes whose physical expression is not influenced by environmental conditions. Play the video clip to view rollers and non-rollers, right? Continuous variation, on the other hand, is characterized by possession of observation differences, where individuals exhibit a wide range of the same characteristic from the extreme end to the other, with many intermediate forms. For example, height is controlled by many genes whose expression is affected by the interaction with the environment. The photograph shows individuals of the same age but different height causes of variations. Variations are caused by gene formation, fertilization, and mutations. Sudden changes occurring in the gene or chromosomes play the animation to see formation of chiasma and crossing over iota. We learned earlier that chromosomes are thread-like structures found within the nucleus which carry the genetic materials. Each chromosome is made up of two parallel strands called chromatis, connected by a structure called centromere. All chromosomes occur in pairs looking alike, and each has a characteristic length, though they contain different genetic composition. The member of each pair is known as homologous chromosome. The illustration shows the structure of a chromosome. Each species of animals or plants contain a definite constant number of chromosomes. For example, in man, a sperm has 23, while an egg has 23, making the zygote to have 46 chromosomes. Play the animation to view formation of a zygote. Chromosomes exhibit certain characteristic behavior during the stages of cell division on each chromosome. There are several genes which are shorter sections of DNA, and each gene determines a particular characteristic of the cell in an offspring. The genes occupy definite positions on the chromosomes called gene loci. A gene is a portion of a DNA that codes for a protein. DNA is a complex molecule composed of building blocks called nucleotides. The illustration shows a DNA molecule. Each nucleotide is comprised of one of the four bases, namely cytosine guanine, Ad9, and Thym9, the oxyribose sugar, and a phosphate molecule. The illustration shows the structure of a nucleotide. First law of inheritance. Mendel's experiments. Gregor Mendel, an Austrian monk, carried out experiments to investigate inheritance of certain contrasting characteristics of the garden pea plants. These characteristics of the garden pea plant included height of the stem dwarf or tall texture of the seed coat, wrinkled or smooth color of the seed coat, yellow or green, and color of the pods, green or yellow. The photograph shows various characteristics of garden pea plant. If pure-breeding yellow seed pea plant is crossed with pure-breeding green seed pea plant, or the offsprings produced yellow-colored seeds, play the animation to view the cross. If the F1 yellow seed peas are crossed, the F2 generation produces green and yellow in the ratio of 3:1. This shows that the yellow color characteristic is dominant over the green color. Play the animation to view the cross. We can conclude that in the F1 generation, there is only one color of seeds that is yellow expressed, although one of the parents had green seeds. Such a character which is not expressed physically, although it is present in the individual, is called a recessive character. This can be represented in a medallion cross as shown on the figure, Mendelian fast flow of inheritance. The characteristics of a diploid organism are controlled by alls occurring in pairs of such a only one can be carried in a single game. Punnett square. An alternative way of showing monohybrid cross is by use of punnett square or checkerboard in a Punnett square. The parental genotypes are written outside a graphical grid. The gas of one parent are written along the top of the grid. Hi guys, if this is the first time you've come to my channel, please go down the bottom, hit that subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you can get notified every time I post a brand new video similar to this. Keep watching.